Hi, my name is Kenda and I'm going to give you a speech on gifted students in Illinois. I currently have a daughter in the 4th grade. She has been selected to attend her so-called gifted program in her school. She attends a half an hour each day. I never believed my daughter would be a gifted student. I didn't really know what gifted meant. I always thought book smart and really smart and was involved in all kinds of activities. I attended a seminar that her school was giving about this gifted program, and that changed my mind and corrected some of the myths I believed that gifted meant. I'm going to explain the myths and the characteristics of gifted students and what the state of Illinois is doing to encourage gifted students. What are gifted students? I know you are all thinking that has a gift of school and learning. They don't have a worry in the world and learn easily and making straight A's. Their family supports them and they have every want and need they want. The state of Illinois defines gifted students as those children whose mental development is accelerated beyond the average of who has demonstrated a specific aptitude or talent and can profit from special planned educational services to extend the need they need. Characteristics of a gifted student are they learn quickly, are curious about many things and ask several questions, shows confidence about own ideas and goals and convictions, demonstrates a great imagination and strives for perfection, has a good sense of humor, shows more depth of feeling for others, is willing to take risks, likes to work independently, has a wide range of interests and remembers details well, is concerned about issues of fairness and morality and makes judgments on them, questions everything and comes up with several ideas or possible solutions, possesses good organizational skills, vocabulary, appreciation for structure. Why is a gifted education program needed? Gifted students experience a sense of isolation. One of the biggest advantages to a gifted program is peer identification. Gifted students will often compromise their talents to fit in with a group. They may act out with conflict or frustration to form of behavior. There are many myths of gifted students. First myth is gifted students will achieve without guidance. That is not true. Without guidance and support, gifted students may lose motivation or underachieve. Gifted students should be given a large quantity of work at an average grade level. That is also a myth. The fact is, gifted students need a high degree of educational challenge. No more work at an average level or repetitiveness level. Another myth, gifted students are teacher pleasers and easy to teach. The fact is, in order for a gifted student to maintain high levels of achievement, teachers must make curriculum adjustments without appropriate modification. Gifted students may develop behavior problems. Gifted students will always make straight A's. That's not true at all. Gifted students will not always achieve, especially if undermotivated. Another myth, gifted students nearly always from upper class or professional families. Gifted students come from all backgrounds, ethnics, and religions. Another myth is gifted students are often socially popular with their peers. That's not the case at all. Gifted students are often obstructive socially and especially at a secondary level. Gifted students learn best on their own. Gifted students benefit from being grouped with the intellectual peers of a significant part of their instructional day. Another myth, extra help for gifted students fosters snobbery and is likely to lead to entitlist class. That's not true. Gifted giftedness is fragile. Every child deserves an education that is appropriate to the individual needs. Children are both extreme of ability spectrum need special education. Another myth is gifted students are best served with tutoring. When gifted students consistently tutor others, often they are not learning anything new. This creates unhealthy self-esteem issues for both the tutor and the gifted student. What is the state of Illinois doing to encourage gifted students? Well, the stats is not very pleasing at all. Students enrolled in K through 12th grades in 2010 and 2011 were 2,064,312 students. Students identified as gifted and talented were unknown. Dollars allocated for gifted programming in 2010 to 2011 was zero. And from 2009 to 10 and 2008 to 9 were also zero. As you can see, the state of Illinois does not include funding for gifted and talented students. Legislation on gifted students? Does the legislation mandate the gifted students to be served? No. Only in order to qualify for state funding for the education of gifted and talented children. Does the state require specific criteria to identify gifted students? No. Does the state provide guidance or guidelines for ID processes? No. Is there legislation that mandates specialized training in gifted education for teachers of gifted students? No. Only in order to qualify for state funding. As you can see, we need to remember that just because a student is doing well in school does not mean they are getting the education and not being left behind. From personal experience, I've realized that we need to work hard as parents and teachers to find a program and support our congressmen to get funding for gifted education. There are millions of dollars in funding for lower than average students, but zero in gifted and talented student programs. In the future, I hope this changes and will support my daughter as being a gifted student.